So that's my mission. I want to make $1 billion impact helping entrepreneurs, because I don't know about you guys, but the government has never showed up and saved anybody I know. Most of the time, I think all of the time actually, entrepreneurs are the ones that provide the solutions in this world. This one is massive because access was the information, social media was the attention, artificial intelligence is the labor. You guys realize that if you don't follow up with a lead within 5 minutes of the lead coming in, you have a 400x less likely probability to close that. It's not science fiction. Here's one account, like we've identified over 12,000 visitors from their website. Like, how many of you guys in here would like to have 12,000 people on an email list that you could hit up for free? Take those SOPs that you have, dump them into Notebook LM. Now you have a searchable database of your SOPs. When you go to AI and you're like, solve my world problem, it doesn't have all your context. That's why it's not your coach, it's not your therapist. Let's all stand up for a second because we all been in here. It's a little stuffy. You guys can thank me. I had the guy come turn the air conditioner on because I walked in. I was like, whoa, we are smoking in here. Stretch up real high. Get you, yeah. Everybody's like, oh, that feels good. And this is gonna, I'm like a rat in a cage over here. They're gonna try to keep me in this corner. Hey, I want you guys to look to the person to your left or your right, grab them, shake them, say, I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here, TJ.
Yeah, man. All right. It's not church. It's not church. I said, glad you're here, and that's it, okay? I was like, Joy, I haven't seen you in weeks. Where you been? Cool. I'm pumped to be here. And okay, there is an aisle, so if I need to move, I can move. Like, I'm not a lecturing speaker. I'm like, okay? And I'm excited because I brought you guys my AI Playbook, Winning in the New Era of Business. Quick rundown. Anybody ever seen me online, seen me speak before? Probably a couple. Beautiful. Love new audiences. Okay, so check this out. Today we're going to be talking about AI. Not anything too tech heavy because I'm from Kentucky. Okay, it's like a tech guy from, all right, okay. Some hillbillies in the room. I like it. I'm a tech guy from Kentucky, okay? I wore my shoes today so you couldn't tell. But what I'm going to share with you guys today is a contractor level, right? I started my first business my senior year of high school. I turned down 8 football scholarships and started mowing grass. Yeah, my parents were like, woohoo, I bet this goes great. It turned out well. I grew that company $3 million in revenue, sold it. It's a lawn care company, chill out. They don't sell for a lot of multiples. So now I travel all across the globe. I was just in Cancun last week at a mastermind I got invited to come give this exact same presentation. That dude charged thousands of dollars, so congratulations, you're already getting your value for being here. Now it's my life's mission is to help educate and elevate entrepreneurs all across the globe. I want to make $1 billion impact. I actually stole this from Hermosi last week. Anybody watch the Hermosi Tony Robbins interview? Yeah. Okay. I was like, man, I want to make $1 billion impact, but how am I going to do this? And I was like, holy smokes, man, I think everything happens for a reason. Hermosi's like, hey, I can make $1 billion impact if I helped 100,000 people get $100,000 in their bank account. And I was like, boom. Yahtzee, there it is, right? So that's my mission. I want to make $1 billion impact helping entrepreneurs because I don't know about you guys, but the government has never showed up and saved anybody I know. Most of the time, I think all of the time actually, entrepreneurs are the ones that provide the solutions in this world. And so if you're an entrepreneur, if you're entrepreneurial, because you can still work in a business and be entrepreneurial, I'm your guy. And if you're not, I'm sorry, you're probably at the wrong presentation. So let's get this thing rocking. Here's my goal today, guys. I want to change how you think about AI and reimagine what is possible, okay? Big thinking in this room today. I don't want any like, yeah, but you don't understand my market. Yeah, but you don't understand where I'm at. You don't understand my industry. Take that out and just give me like the next 60 minutes, okay? And say, what is possible? I told you guys, I'm here. Reagan brought me in. I have absolutely nothing to sell you guys today, okay? So don't worry about that. PSS, unless you want to buy my book. I'll be happy to sell you one of those today, okay? Here's some use cases, because we'll talk about business use cases. I'll get into that today, but I want to show you like just some real life use cases. And this is literally how I use ChatGPT within the last 5 days. So I landed in Cancun. It was my first time in Mexico, and the resort was like 45 minutes away. So I found out you can get margaritas to go. I was like, that sounds fantastic. once I got to the resort, I was like, hey, I should probably thank the guy that made me come here, or invited me to come here to Mexico. But I'm like halfway through like a gallon of margarita, so probably shouldn't be writing this social media post. So I data dump into ChatGPT, and I'm like, yo, dude, hook it up. I need a post. And there it goes. It's way better than I could have made it, right? I also don't speak Spanish. And so when I went to the resort menu, I'm like, I have no idea what dessert to get. I love dessert, by the way. You guys can probably tell. My wife takes good care of me. I said, hey, can you help me out? I'm in Cancun, have no idea what dessert to get, and I don't speak Spanish. It's like, got you, no problem. Here's the wild part. It recommended the dessert. The server also recommended. I was like, oh, that was pretty interesting. Here's another one. On the way there, I'm like, I know baño or baño means bathroom, but like, I'm going to butcher this. And so I was like, yo, ChatGPT, I need live translation. Put it into voice mode and let my guy know, like, hey, I need to stop using the bathroom, get stacks. After he pulled into place, he was like, hey, use the bathroom here. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'll hold it till we get to the resort. We also were walking on the boardwalk with my wife, and I'm like, hey, what is that little thing? It looks like a guinea pig on steroids. It's not. It's called an agouti from Central America, and so it helped me figure that out. But how did we get here? How did we get to a place where the Pope's wearing poofy jackets, Trump's getting drug out, and Zucks is on the runway? How did we really get here? You guys like that? It took me like 3 tries. I was like, no. Make Reagan's outfit tighter. That was good. I love that one. All right. So this is the first thing. Does everybody have the sheet in here that was on the outside? Do you guys need one? We can run you one if you need it. It's got my framework that you're going to be able to fill in. Anybody not get that sheet? Guys, can we run a couple? Yeah, pass them down. We'll do like the communion cards. We'll get them at the edge of the road and pass them over. Perfect. Cool. Anybody else? Couple more? Told you guys, I'm here. Like, we're learning today, okay? And I teach in frameworks so that, to me, it's the easiest way to take things back and execute on it. Because information without execution is useless. Write that one down. Somebody better have like 5 or 10 pages of notes by the time I'm done here today. So I'm going to talk to you guys about the Access Attention AI framework, okay? Now remember, I'm from Kentucky, so this is a high-level thing here. I need you to draw a circle. Another circle, another circle. Just kidding, Reagan already printed it out. So this is like super easy for you guys, okay? Top left corner, we're gonna talk about access. That's the internet. Who in here remembers the AOL CDs? Who in here, if you got a direct mailed CD to you, would put it into your laptop today? Nobody, right? Like, it's crazy back then. We're like, ooh, what's this? The internet. Put it in our laptop. I don't even think, my MacBook, I just bought a new one. It's like, it doesn't even have a CD-ROM drive. It's crazy. But this was the very first technological wave that hit small businesses, okay? Access removed the gatekeepers from the media side, which these dudes have done a great job telling you guys about social media, tons of playbooks. I love it. You guys liking what you've learned so far? Let's give them a round of hand for putting this thing on, right? Access was the internet. It removed the gatekeepers and it gave you access to customers that you never could have had before. Anybody remember their first website? Yeah. Yeah. How many of you in here still don't have a website? Okay, we'll walk through that. How many of you in here don't have internet in your office? Okay. I'm the internet guy. It's 1998, and I'm here to go, guys, there's this thing called the internet, okay? But it's 2026, and I'm like, hey, guys, there's this thing called artificial intelligence, okay? Some of you are like, I don't know. But 10 years from now, you're going to be like, dang, I should have got on that sooner. Access, the first framework, allowed small business owners to reach customers that they were never able to reach before. It gave you information like you could have never got before. My dad's 70 years old. He had an outhouse, now he has an iPhone. like technological advance, hello. This thing was massive. But I think we can all agree that like we all believe the internet's not a fad anymore. We all believe that we probably need it to run our business. You typically set up a business. I was speaking at an event. I saw Kevin O'Leary and I asked him, I was like, hey, what do you see about technology stuff? He's like, dude, like it's, you turn on the lights, you turn on the water, then you start turning on the technology, right? Because you need the technology to pay for the lights and the water. It's as close to a utility as possible. The next one is attention. Attention allowed you guys to speak to the marketplace directly. And that's what these speakers have been telling you today. You guys have the ability to speak directly to your audiences now. You can go, hey, look at me. I'm the dumpster guy. I'm the pressure washing guy. I'm the plumber. I'm the HVAC guy. Now you know who I am. Write this one down. If they don't know you, they can't flow you. My favorite saying. People try to tell their kids, don't talk to strangers. My daughter's 2.5. I'm like, talk to all the strangers. They're the ones with the money. And the good news is if you're writing stuff down, that means you're here to change. And the great news is because Reagan and Jordan, these guys put this thing on today, after today, you never have to run your business the same way again. You're not a tree. You can change. It's the beauty of being a human being. It's the magic of life. We can think in an instance that we want to change and operate differently and achieve new things because of it. I didn't bring me here to do my personal development speech. Okay, you guys had to find those online. But this attention thing is magical because now the users are direct to you. You ain't got to call the guy at the news station and be like, hey, bro, tonight, leave them lights on, leave the cameras on, leave the mics hot. I'm going to come down, shoot a commercial, and then y'all just slide that in on the news feed tomorrow. They'll be like, no, we will call the police if you come down here and do that. But what do we got now? We have a studio in our back pocket. But we don't use it. How many people in here still aren't on social media? That's not a fad anymore, right? Guys, I've been doing public speaking since I was 23 years old. I'm 37. Let me tell you, when I was speaking 6-7 years ago, and I was like, you guys got to be on social media. Old dude in the back's like, I don't know, man. I think that's for the kids. I think that might be a fad. It's not, and we can agree that, right? You guys agree with me? Yes or yes? Yes. Make sure you didn't fall asleep on me. Here's the last one, artificial intelligence. This one is massive because access was the information, social media was the attention, artificial intelligence is the labor. You guys can now use AI to do the work. Write that down. AI can do the work. Now, AI is not your therapist, and it's not your coach. Let me explain to you, because some of you are like, man, I just got on ChatGPT 2 weeks ago. This thing's so smart. It's not smart. It knows how to manipulate language. You guys have heard them called large language models? They're that way for a reason. If I say the word king, queen's going to be close to it, jester will be in the vicinity, and castle's going to be somewhere here. But the word pencil or clicker is going to be all the way in the back of the room. It works on context. And it knows how to string words together so that us dumb monkeys are like, ooh, 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 it's smart, right? It's not smart. It knows how to utilize language. That's why don't pour into it when your girlfriend breaks up with you. You're like, I don't know what to do, ChatGPT. Don't ask it to give you coaching advice, okay? Hire a coach for that. If you can't hire a coach, go watch their YouTube videos. Those are for free. Or I'm a big fan of buying books. Okay, what if we have access and attention but no AI? Then you're the overworked operator. You're the guy that's still waiting until 6 p.m. to follow up with all the phone calls. You're the guy that gets the estimate request from your website because Reagan and Jordan made you a banger video and now you're getting massive traffic, but you're not following up with those leads properly. You guys realize that if you don't follow up with a lead within 5 minutes of the lead coming in, you have a 400x less likely probability to close that. Speed to lead is a real thing. So don't be the overworked operator. What if I got access, right? I got my website and it's good and I got the AI, but man, I ain't got no attention. Then you're the invisible machine. You can be an insane operator. You can be streamlined as all get out. But if you don't have any attention, again, if they don't know you, they can't. Know you. All right. Got 5 people awake in here. Do we need to shake each other again? I'm just joking. And then what if I have the attention and artificial intelligence, but I got no access? Then you're the influencer with no address. How many of you guys have seen those TikTokers that got 20 million followers and they do a launch and it flops? Just because you're an influencer doesn't mean you have influence. I'm dropping some nuggets for you all. Listen, Reagan didn't bring me all the way from Kentucky just to come in here and be like, hey, here's some slides, guys. Hope you learned something. So what's it look like? What's it look like to be in the middle? I think this is where agentic AI comes in. I don't have this, but I'm giving you guys want a bonus framework that you can draw out on your paperwork? Yeah? For the 2 of you? Cool. Draw a triangle and slice it with 2 lines. So there's going to be skinny point at the top, fat part at the bottom, 2 lines in the middle. So you got 3 sections on the triangle. Guys, like, I never heard anybody describe a triangle like that. I've been doing this a long time. Skinny point at the top, flat part at the bottom, like a pyramid, 2 lines in the middle, 3 sections. The bottom section is chat. That is where we're at right now. The middle section is automation. How many of you guys in here have a CRM that like sends an automated text message or an automated email, right? How many of you guys, when you met with your CRM provider, they said, oh, it can do these automations. It'll send everything out. You log in, and you're like, none of it's in here. And they're like, oh, that's the gotcha part. You got to build it all, right? I remember those days. Like, okay. Before you had ChatGPT to write all the copy, so you're just banging them out at 11 o'clock at night trying to get your automations built. The automation with AI is different. The automation with AI allows it to be agentic, meaning that it can generate content on its own. So if you have a customer that you did a walkthrough with and it's a $50,000 remodel project, I got any remodelers in here? Construction guys? Cool. And they said, yeah, man, I'm a massive Kentucky Wildcats fan, right? I got the hat on and everything. Cool, I'm gonna put the notes in there. And now the agentic AI doesn't just follow up and say, hey, Larry, following up on the bid that I sent you last week. Wanted to see if you had any questions or if you're ready to move forward. It uses agentic AI to go, oh, Larry's a Wildcats fan? Man, the Cats just put a stomping on LSU last night. Now in the subject line it says, Larry, how about them Cats? And it opens up and talks directly to Larry. Yeah, that's only the middle of the pyramid. The top of the pyramid is agents. Agents we're probably 90 days into this where I'm like, the tech's good enough to like, we're actually starting to use it. Agents allow you to use agentic AI, right? So the automation piece with multiple tools. So think of it as being able to look at multiple softwares that you guys have through what's called API keys. I'm not gonna get too much deeper on it than that, but there's a meme online that says when a non-technical founder figures out what APIs are, and it's like Thanos, and he's got like all the diamonds in his ring, it's like massive power. And when you guys can figure out how to make information come in and out of your software systems, super powerful. So what's this look like? It looks like this. I'll give you guys a quick roadmap. In November of 2022, I hopped on ChatGPT for the first time when it went public. Anybody get it as soon as it came out? Love it. Here's where I'm gonna dust you guys away. I've now spent over 2,000 hours on these platforms. Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok. I think those are the front runners. When I saw it make an image for the first time, I was like, holy smokes. It's like, I'm a big social media guy. I reach over 2 million people a year. I said, man, if this thing can make content for me, I guess it's a game changer. It's doing the work. So I said, draw me a picture of a family in front of a house. So I'm sitting in my office and it's loading down the screen and their fucking faces are melting and their fingers are real long. And I was like, whoo, we got some work to do. Write this one down. This is a quote. This is a Coach Carroll quotable notable. Technology is undefeated. All right. At one point in time, people thought electricity had evil spirits in it. Yeah. Okay. At one point in time, people thought the internet was a fad. Social media was for the kids. You guys see where I'm going with this? Now, the train already left the station, okay? but the caboose is still around, so you guys aren't hopping on too late. You can still do it. But I'm going to tell you another 12 to 18 months, you're going to be behind the curve. And it's moving so fast. I literally was in Mexico for a week. I come back, there's like 3 new technologies. Anybody heard of the Claude bot or like OpenClaw? Did you guys see that? And then it built a social media platform for itself. No? Yeah. There is a social media platform that agents are now joining and talking to each other. Crazy. Black, yeah, this dude in front said, Jesus, that's right. We'll probably all be saying that before this is all said and done. Yeah. People are like, do you think it's going to be like robots versus humans? I'm like, yeah, I just don't know what the timeline is. Yeah, that's why I have a farm in Kentucky. With guns, okay? So November 2022, I hop on ChatGPT. I'm like, holy shit, this is the future. And I go back to my team, and I'm like, guys, we have to be an AI-first company. And they're like, what? I go on paternity leave. Yes, I took time off with my wife when we had our first daughter, Willow. Love her to death. Changed my life, man. Young guys in here, I was the dude who's like, I'm never getting married, never having kids. Dude, ultimate life hack, get married, have kids. It's like fucking, when Mario eats the like little star and he's like, that's what your life will feel like, good and bad, okay? Like, we don't go anywhere in a hurry anymore, right? You should be like, honey, you want to go grab a glass of wine and get dinner? Yeah, let's hop in the truck. Now it's like, all right, 30-minute loadout starts now, right? Parents get me. So I'm taking time off, and it's April 23, and I'm like, man, we got to build a platform because there's going to be an onslaught of tools, but that's not the future. That's where the puck is right now. Where it's going is AI team members, which is the agentic AI. Now, my team looked at me like cross-eyed, like I had 3 heads. But in 2024, Allie launched in the App Store, and she's your AI team member. We think it's going to be a lot of companies' first AI team members. Already the first AI team members for hundreds of companies. But again, men, like, hey, remember, I have nothing to sell you today, okay? So like, here comes the pitch. No, I just want to help you guys. So I'll be talking about her a little bit today. Here's the 3 biggest things that I think AI can do for you and the advantage that you can take, okay? 1, it's going to maximize your marketing dollars. Some of the guys have already shared that. 2, I think it cuts jobs, not people. Okay, so before somebody thinks like you're gonna like freak out, like I'm gonna lose my job. Maybe if you're a terrible employee. I tell entrepreneurs you should be firing the bottom 20% of your staff every year. When somebody's like, yeah, my team's been with me, the same team for 20 years. I'm like, bet you guys aren't high performers. And it buys back your time. Are those books? You know those books, guys? They were out. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I got a giveaway. You all want some free stuff? Yeah.
I don't want to buy back my time.
Right? Anybody in here know Dan Martell, follow his content online? Oh, this is about to be a treat. So Dan is my newest business partner. He's the fastest growing personal brand on YouTube. 220 million views last year. I brought a couple of his books to give away because I want to help you guys. Who here traveled the furthest to get here? Shout it out. I don't know. I'm not from Florida, so y'all gonna have to keep each other honest. I feel like I'm an auctioneer. I got Plant City. I got okay. How many of you all traveled an hour to be here? Hands up. Let's do it that way. Hour and a half. Oh. Do you read books? Do you know how to read? No, I'm just joking. There you go.
Thank you.
And whose birthday is closest? Let's do my son's birthday. June 7th, closest to June 7th. Do we have multiple June 7th birthdays? Oh, no. Normally, you'd be like, oh, that's my birthday. Everybody's like, oh, me, March 15th. Any June 7th birthdays? All right, 8th or 6th. I'm from Kentucky. Don't make me do too much math here. Anybody within the first 10 days of June?
Yes.
Oh.
May 31st.
What's that?
May 31st.
May 31st. That's not in June, but that's close. June 14th? You know what? Mine's 13th, so I'm going to give it to you because that's a... So that book, Buy Back Your Time, highly recommend it. It will maximize your time massively. I can't like set this up here. Normally I like do a little promo thing. Maybe it won't. This is my book. We'll talk about it later. Let's talk about maximizing your marketing dollars though, okay? Y'all got any of them leads? Right? Reagan's like, listen, you need to email market your list more. Yeah, I know, man, but you got any leads? It's like, yeah, but your speed to lead, like it takes you 5 days. I know, but I just need more leads. Nothing matters if you don't know your numbers. How many people in here know their LTV? Lifetime value of your customer. Write that down if you don't know it. It's how much your customers will spend with you in a lifetime. If you're a home builder, they probably only build once with you, right? Maybe not, I don't know. It could be 300, 400, 500, 2 million, I don't know, right? If you're doing paving, you like the pavers, like you're coming back multiple times a year, right? How long do they stay with you? If you're an insurance agent, like you make $4,000 a year, people stay with you on average on 5 years before they trip, okay, cool. 3,000 times 5, like again, I'm from Kentucky, I'm not gonna do math up here. But I'm giving you guys a framework, okay? You need to know your lifetime value of your customers. Why? Because you can't have an ROI conversation with any marketing partners if you don't know your LTV and your CAC, customer acquisition cost. What does it cost you to acquire a customer? Easy math here. How much did you spend last month? How many new customers did you get? Do a thing called division. You guys tracking with me on this? Yes or yes? Yes. The holy grail on this is the number 3. So if you take your LTV divided by CAC, 3 and above, whoo, buddy, PE firm's gonna be ready to chew you up and give you a big check. If you're below 1, it costs you more to get a customer than you make from them. Danger zone. Tracking? Yes or yes? Okay, now that we covered our numbers, let me tell you guys a little bit about what has changed. I ran my first Facebook ad in 2013, okay? Back then, I was printing money for my power washing company that I had at the time, like literally getting customers for less than $20 a piece. Average ticket was like $1,100. Like, I went to Zucks and I was like, hey, bro, I'll take as many of them as you got, right? Meta Andromeda came out last year and it changed the game for advertising. I know Reagan, these guys, like it's big on organic hits. Like it works. I'm not discrediting that at all. But if you have marketing dollars, which by the way, take your gross revenue, most marketing books say you should spend between 10% and 20% of your gross revenue on marketing efforts. Some of that should be paid advertising on social. I believe that. You don't have to agree with me. That's my belief. Andromeda hit last year and it wrecked everything in a good way. Before Andromeda, Meta was very shallow. Meta only understood that, hey, you saw shoe ads, you clicked on shoe pages, you like shoe content. Meta thinks, all right, this is a shoe person. Probably show them some shoe ads. Some ladies in here are like, I'm being seen right now. Very basic, but that was it. After Andromeda, Meta now watches everything very deeply. Have you guys ever had your phone sitting at lunch and you're talking, you already know where I'm going with this, right? Talking to your girl about, man, I really wish we had a swimming pool. I love to have, the neighbor got a swimming pool. I just want to lay out and get tan. It'd be amazing. And then later on that night, you get on Facebook and it's a bunch of swimming pool companies like, hey, get a swimming pool, $39,999, right? Order now. Okay, that's Meta listening. It listens, right? Remember when the internet was a fad? Well, social media was for kids, and then we're like, I think Facebook's listening. No, it's fucking listening. You guys remember when it was do you want to give us all permissions? You're like, sure. Just so you guys know that's where we're headed, right? AI really takes off when we're all fine, fuck it. You can just track me everywhere and do everything. It knows my calendar, and it's like, oh, DJ's walking to the front of the hotel. Go ahead and call that Uber. Right? Cool, right? Well, now it has to know I'm walking to the front of the hotel. Change. Now it knows what colors you like, the designs that make you stop scrolling, when you scroll fast, when you scroll down, slow down and scroll, what time you buy more. Do you like videos or 2D graphics? I mean, it's basically building a profile on you. Now again, right, wrong, or indifferent, technology is undefeated. Let's try that again, guys. Technology is undefeated. There we go.
DJ, is this when they started rolling out all that Advantage Plus?
You got it, man. Yeah, if you guys have, anybody in here try to run ads in the last 6 months? Nope, that's what I got Reagan and Jordan for. I get it. Perfect. Buy back your time, okay? But yes, now it's like, hey, do you want us to do advantage audiences? Yeah, you don't have to like, I need a doctor that makes $250K a year, that has 3 kids, that's married, like all that technology that used to be in there, it doesn't matter anymore because now they have profiles. So when you're like, hey, I want to target people that want pavers, refinished, pressure washed, sand and sealed, they're like, well, Tommy back there was just on a website and got a quote for that. So when he comes back to Meta, let's show him Ron's ad. Crazy. So they now build behavioral patterns for every single user. Everything you do, Meta records and it connects the dots. Super fucking scary. I don't disagree with you. But technology is undefeatable. What is that? What? Sorry. I love it. Of course you did. You have purple hair. Sorry, I'll be here all day, guys. No, just joking. We gotta get rolling here. Cost of content production. It has dropped. AI saves you money on your marketing because it has dropped content production. I'm sorry for the video, guys, because I know I keep walking in front of this thing, but I cannot. I'm like, I want to run down this aisle. Reagan's like, listen, bro. It's contractors, chill audience. Don't come here running around, shouting, screaming, jumping on chairs. Like, I'll do my best. Anybody know what Trippy Squirrel is?
I remember those.
That was college, Ron. That's not what we're talking about. He's like, I had a couple of those in my day. No. So Trippy Squirrel, this actually came out of Google in 2015. So generative AI, Google's been sleeping on it. Like they've been having it shelled over here and not really wanted to share. Sam Altman, if you guys haven't read, I'll give you a book recommendation if you really want to get nerdy. Empires of AI. Holy smokes. It gives you the background on who Sam Altman really is. I know he looks 23. The dude's like 47 or something crazy, like Silicon Valley and Botox. I guess you can do that when you've got millions of dollars. Trippy Squirrel came out in 2015. Google's image generation made this, and they were like, holy smokes. You could go back and people will argue there are other images that have been created with AI. This was like kind of the one that went mainstream and kind of set the pace. And it has drastically improved. You guys remember November 2022, I told you like faces were melting, fingers. I want to show you guys some photos of images that are 36 months apart. Exact same prompt. This was 3 years ago. Thank you. That is today. This was 3 years ago. Somebody's like, that's what my wife looks like in the morning. That's after her makeup. No, I'm joking. 3 years apart. Look at that. Insane. So what I'm here to tell you guys is that the content that you can create now is insane. Like, if I was a graphic designer, I'd be like, fuck. If I was a copywriter, I'd be like, oh, right? Is this guy in here? Barry? No? Okay. So can we trim like one of those? Did you guys like that? I know it makes me a little dark. The video guys might be like, holy shit. Can we just do like, bring them up a little bit? Video guys, is that okay or no? Does that mess you out? He said no. Oh, he says yes? He's fucking with me. He's like, let's see how long he'll do this. All right, just one more real quick, okay? I saw this. You guys posted this. Great photo. Love the bandana. I'm like, sweet, right? And I'm still a contractor technically, right? Like I still have my power washing business that I started after my lawn care company, okay? And so I was like, sweet, but this would have been way cooler. Okay? So you post this online on Facebook, it probably hits, because let's face it, it's a dog or a cat, right? And like that just goes bananas. A lot of weird people on social media. But this would have been even better, right? Like, have a birthday party coming up, even better. Birthday parties are a little tighter. Actually, you could run a promo on birthdays, all right? Hey, you got a birthday party coming up? No problem. Save 10% on your exterior cleaning project. We'll have you looking great before the party. Just call Spot, right? And if I was you, this would be my mascot, and he'd be on everything, right? And then when he dies, we turn him into a cartoon so he can still continue to live, right? The people are like, where's Spot? All right, we turn the lights back up. What about video? This one's great, okay? This is where like video has completely changed in 3 years. And I've been doing video a long time. That's me. with hair. And I talk like this, okay? It was bad. I was like, hi, this is DJ. Welcome to another Coach Carroll video. Now I'm going to tell you about marketing. It's bad, okay? I've learned how to suppress that. But it doesn't negate the fact that 3 times the engagement in video over 2D graphics, 78% of people watch video online each week, and 1/3 of all online activity is watching video. Do you guys think you should be doing video? Go ahead and hit that play. Yeah. Check this out. You might have to, there we go. Yep. Oh. So, we can go ahead and stop. There we go. Yep. So, video has changed and come a long way. Obviously, that was all AI generated. In case people are like, did they become friends? Well, Biden's still trying to figure out where he's at right now. Here's my top tool. Sorry, that's the only political joke I'll make today, but I am in Florida. Top tools. Here's the top video tool. Synthesia is great for making training videos. VO3, I think, is undefeated. It's the best one. Neural frames are cool if you want to string together videos like I just showed you. And Runway makes amazing moving motion graphics that you probably would cost you tens of thousands of dollars to make. We did, huh?
Is Google VO free?
No, most of these are, I think you get 2 videos a month or 3 videos. It's like a drug dealer, right? It's like, hey, first one's on me, pal. See you next week, right? That's why I like Contractors. I was at an insurance mastermind last week. Some of these jokes did not hit, okay? I review my game film and I'm like, I got to do more of these contractor events. Some of these are going to be have free trials, things like that. Here's what I would tell you. You guys need to add to your budget trying things out. Don't get suckered into here, I'll give you guys, I'm in the software space, okay? I'll give you a trick. 50% off if you buy the annual. You know why? Because you're going to forget you bought the annual in 12 months and we're going to bill you the $1,000 again, okay? Just get the monthly. And then put it all on one credit card. Don't have them on multiple different credit cards. Get one credit card you put all your AI tools on, and then audit that once a quarter. Go back through and be like, which ones are we not using anymore? Which ones have I not logged into? Go cancel them. Okay? You guys like that one? Yeah? Yes? Cool. All right. So let's talk about the visibility gap with your marketing. Your website, Google Analytics, anybody in here look at their analytics? Cool. That shows you the people that were there, right? That shows you the numbers, the statistics. Your CRM will show you deals done at the end of the month. But have you ever said, man, who are all these other people that we don't ever get to talk to, right? I call that the visibility gap. That's one of Allie's tools. She can identify up to 1/3 of your website traffic and give you personalized sales information so that you can follow up in real time. It's 1 pixel, endless opportunities, connects to all your tools. If you're a power user and you're using ServiceTitan, HubSpot, and you've got all the money in the world, fantastic. But if you're on the free MailChimp account, we can do that too, right? So that you guys can follow up via email. We're in America. There's this thing called can spam. It allows you to cold email people. It's totally legal. And if you haven't figured it out, email is damn near next to free. And so you should be doing a ton of email marketing. How many people in here only email their list once a month or less? We only send it out 4 times a year. Zero. Anybody in here don't, I worked with an HVAC company, had 9,000 emails in their system. Sweet, how often are you hitting them? We're we've never done an email campaign. I'm what? Spring tune-ups? Hello? Because you're on our email list, you get this discount, you'll never see it anywhere else. Boom, book. And guess what? We run the same play in the fall. Dan Martell, I told you guys about, this is what got us into his venture studios. We were one of 12 companies selected out of 400 businesses because he's like, dude, this shit's so cool, it sounds illegal. I was like, I got it. It's not, but it's really cool, right? Because I'm a small business owner. I'm not a tech bro. So when I built stuff, I build it to like actually help businesses, not just build it because the tech is there. And it's like real. It's not science fiction. Here's one account. Like we've identified over 12,000 visitors from their website. Like how many of you guys in here would like to have 12,000 people on an email list that you could hit up for free like every week? If you get on my email list, I send you an email damn near every day. Now, it's not always like, here's a promo, here's a link. A lot of times it's just value. Like my email next week might be like, hey, I've just spoke in Tampa. Here were the 3 biggest things that I dropped knowledge in the room about. Hope it helps you, right?
So this is aggregating data from website visitors that didn't click or submit.
Correct. They didn't call you, they didn't submit. Exactly. And about a third, yeah. So, and this is why. You can lower your customer acquisition cost if you can just get more leads from what you're already doing. If you don't have to spend more money and you can get more leads, your customer acquisition cost goes down, right? Again, Kentucky math, nothing too crazy. All right, biggest advantages using AI. We guys good? I know like it was supposed to be like 11:30. We good to keep rolling? You guys getting value out of this? Yes or yes? Cool, all right. Cuts jobs, not people. Okay, Tammy answers your phones. Tammy is great. I don't want you to fire Tammy, but let's all agree that Tammy fights with her husband on Thursdays, and it's no longer a bright and sunny day at Rick's Roofing. This is Tammy, who I have the pleasure of speaking with. It's like, this is Tammy, thanks for calling Rick's Roofing. How can I help you, right? Like, she's just not on. That's the problem with humans. We have emotion. It's also what makes us a magic. We have memory, and we have context. Write this framework down. Same triangle, so nothing new here, okay? Skinny at the top, fat at the bottom, 2 lines in the middle, 3 sections. Okay? The top is words. AI is better at words than all of us. It's there. I'm sorry. We lost that one. Okay? I'm dyslexic, so it had me beat like 2 years ago. The next one down is context. You are who you are based on all of the context you have from your lived life experiences. The people you've met, the losses you've experienced, the wins that you've achieved, they all make you who you are, and you have that context. When you go to AI and you're like, solve my world problem, it doesn't have all your context. That's why it's not your coach, it's not your therapist. The bottom is memory. We can access memories. I still remember my birthday party when I was 5, mainly because my dad had no business getting me a mini bike at 5 years old, and I ran that son of a bitch straight into the fence. Probably had like a concussion from it, but I remember that, right? Anybody see SanDisk stock? You guys remember SanDisk? Like, was the floppy disk, now the thumb drive? Like, their stock has went hyperbolic in the last, 2 months because everybody goes, whoa, AI would be super powerful if, in 5 years from now, it remembers all the conversations we had. We need more memory. SanDisk is a memory company, okay? If you guys watch these trends, I made $38,000 on Palantir last year on an option trade. The money's to be had in the markets. I'm not here to teach you stock trading. I'm here to teach you AI, okay? But we're going to cut jobs, not people. Here's your typical office hours, 9 to 5, closed on weekends, closed on holidays. How many of you guys in here have an answering service that answers your phones?
For after hours.
Yeah, after hours, cool. I tried 4 different answering services, and that's why I built this feature into Alley that I'm about to show you. It's because I called my phone system, and they said, thanks for calling Easy Pro, please hold. I'm like, please hold? I have an answering service. You're supposed to answer the phone. But what most people don't think about is lunch breaks, potty breaks, and everyone's busy. You guys are closing a deal if you're any roofers in here? Yeah. You're locking down a deal on the front deck with the person, and then your phone's ringing in your truck, and it's another $40K job, and you just missed it. Guess what? They called the next guy on Google. They're not like, you know what? Billy's so sweet. I read his Google reviews. I'll leave a voicemail and let him get back to me. No, they value their time. I need 5 people that want to do a demo with me. I got to have them spread out. Guy in the back corner, right here, in the middle. So you got stand up. Yep. You. Stand up. There you go. You can do it. Yep. In the gray jacket. Somebody was up here. You can do it. You're fine. Spread out enough. Call this number, and I want you guys to listen to Allie. Don't put her on speakerphone. But what I'm about to show you is most of you guys, if you guys got 5 people that called you simultaneously, it would break your phone system. 5. Okay? Hopefully Allie doesn't break. That's going to be super fucking embarrassing. Hold on a second.
Is that getting a call?
They're calling now?
Is it on speaker?
No. I can't have them on speaker. She'll hear some of the background noise. But I want you guys to know, like, there are 5 people talking to my AI robot right now. And, like, I'm up here with you guys, okay? This is where we're at with the tech. Remember, if you had access and attention but no AI, you're the overworked guy, 6 p.m. trying to follow the voicemails. Not to do that anymore. If you guys want to write that down, you can try it later. You can call her and talk to her if you want to write the phone number down. You can hang up. You don't have to keep doing it. She's like, no, she's actually super friendly. What'd you think, man, in the back? How'd it go? Yeah? Did you hear the voice inflection?
Yeah. She was asking questions, responded with my name.
All the shit we try to train our people to do, right? How many of you guys in here have SOPs? You went to a conference, somebody said you need to have, like a guy today was like, you gotta have SOPs. You're like, fine, a bottle of bourbon and a weekend later, I got my SOPs. And then you train the team member, and then you listen to their call, and you're like, dude, it's just a bright and sunny day at Rick's Roofing. This is Tina. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with? That's it. You can't say that. It's like, well, I don't know, man. It seems a little long-winded. I'm like, I don't pay you for your opinion. I pay you to do your job. And if you can't, then I'll find somebody who can. AI replaces these jobs, not the people, right? Because in all fairness to Tina would probably be a lot more lit on fire if she just did follow-up calls. Hey, it's Tina with Rick's Roofing. I know we just finished your roof last week. Monica, how'd it go? How was the team? Did everybody keep their shirts on? Nobody peed in your bushes? Fantastic. You guys be surprised, I'm telling you. We're contractors. You guys can try that number out later if you want. Here's what we get on our side. It's a call summary. So even if calls do go to voicemail and they're nice enough to leave you a voicemail, you got to listen to a 12-minute voicemail for somebody to be like, yeah, I need a quote, right? Saves you time, buys it back, give you all your details. And guess what? She asked, how did you hear about us? How many of us have tried to tell our phone people, ask, how did you hear about us so I can track lead sources? I spend $20,000 a month on marketing. I need to know where the people are coming from. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Sorry, boss. Oh, I forgot to pay you this week. How's that work? Again, you can lower your customer acquisition cost if you just get more leads from what you're already doing. Here's a use case. This is a guy's an Allstate agent. He basically uses it as rollover. He's got like 4 customer service people in his office. He's like, dude, I don't want to steal the opportunity if a human can answer it. I'm like, I agree. If they're good, they're good. But again, potty breaks, lunch, they're busy. Allie catches their rollover and they catch their after hours. Here's what I'm not a fan of. Outbound AI. Cool. How many of you guys in here have looked at a product like that? Not many. Okay. Here's why. If I'm calling into a business, there's probably like, 50 to 100 different like scenarios, situations that are going to occur, right? It's a service call. It's a sales call. It's pretty point blank easy to work with. If I do outbound, if I got a call right now, right, and I'm watching my daughter, it's 2.5, she's half Disney princess, half Johnny Knoxville, and I answer the phone, I'm like, hey, this is DJ, and it's like, hi, DJ, this is Allie, the robot that's following up with you, right? Do you have a quick minute? None of them are that good. They just like go into like a 3-minute spiel, right? Because they're all built by tech bros, not actual entrepreneurs. And I go, yeah, hey, get down off of there. Right? I'm talking to my daughter. A human understands, like, he's not telling me to get down off of there, right? I'm on the phone with you. It's like, oh, sorry, man, you got something going on in the background? The bot's going to be like, I'm sorry, I don't understand, right? This also generates you revenue. Outbound is what gets you money. I love cold calling. I love it more now than ever before because guess what? Gen Zers don't like to be on the phone. So if you're not afraid to pick up the phone, do the work, and not be lazy, outbound still works. Don't trust your business development to AI. Okay? It's not there yet. This is coming from the guy that builds it. All right, so we talked about maximizing marketing dollars, cut jobs, not people. The last one is buy back your time. Still with me? Yes or yes? Yes. Cool. All right, here's my 10-80-10 framework. 10, 8, 10 framework. It's on your sheet. You can write it down. This is how you need to use AI. Some of you guys come to your chat GPT and you're like, hey man, where should I get tacos tonight? I'm like, cool, but like, you have a genie in your pocket. Like, let's kind of use it to the maximum ability. Here's how you do that. When you prompt them, you need to tell it who it is, what you want it to do, what the must is that it needs to give you back, and the given format. So, you're a top New York copywriter for the biggest marketing firm, and you've studied under the likes of Alex Hormozy and Russell Brunson and other great copywriters. I need you to write me my outbound marketing email today that's going to my list of contractors where I'm going to be promoting X, Y, and Z. You must give me this in text format, and it needs to be at least 200 words, less than 200 words, whatever that framework needs to be, okay? That is how you prompt these things. Most of you guys come to it with a half-baked idea, you get a half-baked output, and you're like, this thing's dumb. It's like, no. Oftentimes, it's not, the problem is not in the computer, it's the distance between the computer and the human, right? It's the monkey using the computer. Ooh, this thing has a laser pointer? I just now figured that out. That's kind of cool. Monkey. Right? So here are some of the top ones. ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Meta, Grok, Gemini. I'm a huge fan of Claude. Anybody here use Claude? Okay. Look, these two cats up here, I've been eyeballing you all. Like, you all see them? Are y'all twins? Fucking Winklevoss 2.0 over here. You guys know who those kids are, right? Like, they've been real quiet. They ain't laughed a whole lot. They're just taking notes. So they're either up to some shit or they're feds, okay? Y'all aren't feds, are you? You know you gotta like legally tell me, right? I don't know if that's true. I just saw it on TikTok, so I figured I'd try it out. All right. Reagan, I think they're having a good time. And then on the last part, this is where the human comes back. This is the last 10. You need to review, edit. Again, edit. If you're like, put my logo in the top left corner, and Gemini doesn't do it, and you sit there for 9 more prompts, no, a little more to the left, no, a little more to the left, and you just spent 15 minutes prompting something that would take you 2 seconds in Canva, again, dumb monkey. I got to get like an AI image of like a monkey in a grill or something here. It's like funny. Review, edit, repeat, and run. So we want to review it. Do not just copy paste because these things will hallucinate. Yes. You guys know what hallucination is? Again, Ron, not from college. But they will make shit up. They literally will just make stuff up that's not there because they're not smart. They're using context. Large language model, they're using language. You're smarter than it. It's a tool. I call it a genie because it's fun, but it's like, not really a genie. It's just a tool, okay? So review it, edit it if you need to. Repeat, run it back through the system if you need to, and then run with it, okay? Massive output. And again, because like, somebody asked me in Cancun last week, like, can you give me some use cases of using AI? I was like, yeah, go to ChatGPT and say, can you give me some use cases of using AI? Like, it'll give you 25 of them, right?
Even ask it to help with the prompt if you need it to.
That's the next level, yeah. Gemini's the best at that. If you want it to create you a prompt, you can do like, I love it on my like iPhone or like, if you guys don't, if any Mac users in here, I just learned this. I don't know why. I'm dyslexic. I'm slow as typing like this. Monkey, right? It's like double tap function, and you can just talk to your MacBook, and it'll just type. It's like you does with your phone. Yeah, all right? I was like, what? I can talk like 4 times faster than I can type, probably 5 times faster. And so that is massive. You can just go in there, you data dump to it, and say, now build me a prompt to use for whatever platform you're using, right? Claude, Gemini, whatever. Now, it does have unlimited power. This book, I've been working on for 10 years, okay? It was 500 pages, my manuscript, raw manuscript. My editor was like, yeah, no. It's going to be a $60 book. Nobody's going to buy it. Less people will read it. So she helped me come up with the table of contents. And then we used Claude and ChatGPT to edit. And I gave it guardrails, which means things that it has to stay within. And I said, you need to use 80% source text from my manuscript. So I gave it 20% variance to like string the chapters together. It could come back and prompt me with stories. And I'll tell you guys, it was amazing because like as I've been data dumping, it's just been lots of business knowledge. This book is a mindset and motivation book. It's meant to where you can just think of it like as a new age Think and Grow Rich, right? And so you can open it up, any chapter, and take something out of it. But I didn't put a lot of stories in. And Claude caught that. I was like, hey, you could probably drive more points home if we used more stories. I'm like, cool, what story you need? It's like, well, in this chapter, could you tell me about a time that, maybe life was tough and you had to overcome adversity? I was like, shit, which story you want? But I shared about when I lost my fitness center. I bought a fitness center, grew it 300% in 18 months, and then lost all of it. I also shared about my cousin getting shot at a drug house that I was supposed to be there with him at, but I wasn't. I also talked about my mom having colon cancer when I was growing up in middle school and like the stories that came out of that. And then it took that and it molded it into like something that you guys would actually enjoy reading, not my dyslexic like data dump, okay? So it's super powerful. The coolest part, because in the dedication I actually talk about my grandmother, and we'll get to Q&A here in a second, but my grandma taught me poetry. And so at the start of each chapter, there's these cool like pen drawings, kind of look like the drawings in my like grandma's old Bibles. And it has these like prophetic, can I just read it to you guys? Yeah. This is the Hunter's Utopia. And so it was, there were those who wandered, seeking yet never finding. They were fed yet always hungry. They toiled yet never conquered. Their hands grasped, but their hearts were empty. For they knew not the way of the hunter. But among them rose a different kind, one whose eyes saw beyond the horizon, whose hunger was not for survival alone, but for dominion. This one did not wait for the harvest. He pursued the kill. He did not ask for permission. He carved his own path through the wilderness of mediocrity. To the lost, this book is a riddle. To the weak, it's a burden. To the meek, it is a storm, but to the hunter, it is a map, a weapon, and a prophecy. If you stand at the threshold of greatness, uncertain of your place, let this be the fire that awakens you. If you've tasted success yet still crave more, let this be the blade that sharpens your edge. For the hunter is not born, but forged. This is the domain of those who refuse the comfort of the herd, who take ownership of their fate. It is the kingdom of those who know that fear is a shadow, that patience is a virtue, but urgency is a weapon. And so it was that I too was hunted. There was a time when I built only to watch it burn, a time when I rose only to be struck down. But a hunter does not stay grounded. He does not mourn the loss. He sharpens his blade, he learns, and he waits until the moment comes to take back what is his. What lies ahead is not comfort, not ease, but power. Power that belongs to those who will claim it. Powerful stuff, right? I feel like I'm up here preaching a little bit. It's like, oh, thank you. Appreciate that, man. So this book, I mean, it's 10 years of work, right? But like, it would not be possible without those tools. I truly believe it. I went through 3 editors. I fired all of them like halfway through the process. Because they're like, I need you to go rewrite this, this, and this. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like me now, right? I didn't want to lose authenticity. So, one last one. This one's powerful, man. Holy smokes. Notebook LM. Anybody using it? Oh, it's the most slept on one out there. Take those SOPs that you have, dump them into Notebook LM. Now you have a searchable database of your SOPs.
Can you create your own GPT with like
ChatGPT? You don't need to, and here's why I don't use ChatGPT. I don't use Claude to do this. They'll hallucinate. They'll say, what time should we start work? Well, 9 o'clock, but some days 9:15. It's like, no, 9 o'clock. This thing only pulls from source text. It will only pull. It will not hallucinate. Makes it super powerful. And now when your team comes to you, you're like, hey, boss, I got a question. You're like, cool, what's the question? Did you search this first? Yeah, the answer wasn't in there. Great, let me pull up the Google document. Get a running Google document that you keep every month. At the end of the month, close it out. You have a real-time Q&A that you've covered with your team for the month. Upload it here. And within 12 months, you're not answering questions anymore. You guys like that? Yes or yes? I had to save my best for my last, all right? Cool. Who in here feels like this right now? Cool. We'll get to Q&A, but do you guys want to know how you can get my entire slide deck and my report on my top AI tools? Yeah. Fantastic. You get my slide deck, get my top tool list, when you create your free Alley account. Again, I have nothing to sell you guys today. I'll give this to you. Give me some time to get back and get it sent out to you guys. But log in here, get your account set up, and then let's do a couple questions and we got some time, Reagan. I know we're about done. We got 15 minutes, but.
All right, who's got questions? I got a question.
Yep.
So hold on, I want everyone to hear you, James. Go ahead.
Just so I get a little bit more clarification, the outbound with Allie. So in my head, I'm like, why couldn't she go through my CRM system, just do a call, hey, you've used this in the past. If you'd like to set up a free estimate, please press 1 now.
The tech's not there.
It's just not there.
It's not there. There are too many edge cases, as we call it in technology, that will throw it off. And I don't want to jeopardize. If she's following up on a 50K gig, you want her fumbling the bag on that? No thanks, man. I would rather have a human handle that.
Not so much like follow-ups. I'm talking like repeat customers. So you just email blasts.
Email them and text them. People don't want to talk on the phone anyway. If they're your current customer, they just text them. If you did a good job, they'll be like, yeah, put me on schedule.